Let's talk about how crazy credit card debt can be. Just recently had someone come to me with multiple credit cards, multiple high interest credit cards, and they were explaining their payment breakdowns and we were going through them. And at one point on one of the cards, they were paying $1,000 a month and only 500 was going towards principal. The other 500 was going towards interest. That is insane. Now multiply this over, 3 or 4 cards, same pattern, same ratio. It's debilitating. You will never get out of this hole. And this is what I talked about in one of the previous videos about having good credit, because the refinance didn't make sense for her, but we were able to look into some balance transfers. And through that, we took some of these credit cards and saved 0% interest for 18 months, 12 months on one, 18 months on another. The point is it bought her time. And we went from, she's making the payment, coming up with $1,000 per card, and being able to afford that payment is great. The problem is you're never going to get out of the hole. So we worked it out so that now we split that into multiple cards, but with the 0%, it's almost $1,500 or more a month that's saved in interest. And that $1,500 a month is going right towards the principal. So in the end of 1 year, making the same exact payment that were already being made, they're $18,000 less in debt. And that money was just wasted, gone to credit card company. So these are some of the strategies you can do with, good credit and being able to play with the balance transfers, things like that. Another situation we had, same sort of thing, multiple credit cards, some, high car payments, things like that. But they had great equity in their house. So at some point you look at the numbers and say, hey, wait, does it make sense? They're coming out of a 3.5% interest rate to take a 6.5%. But at one point we've saved their monthly mortgage payment is going to go up $1,200. And the amount that they knock off their month to month is $4,000. So that spread is what they then save a month. They're free and clear from day one. No more credit card debt. Close them all up, done, and look behind you. It's your chance to start again. Now the benefit of this, because you are rolling your debt into another avenue, but even at the 7% of a mortgage rate, it's still nothing even close to the 30% they were paying. And you have the option of this. We're at a point where interest rates will come down over the next couple of years. You refinance that again, and you're back down to even a lower payment. So yes, your payment might have went up $1,200 with these current rates, but if we get a breakdown into the 5s or low 5s, high 4s, wherever we end up, you have the option of now taking that extra $1,200 a month down and maybe cutting it down to $7. But all this time, you were taking that extra $3,000 a month you were saving by not paying interest on those cards, and you're putting it towards something better. So by the time that opportunity comes around, you're going to be a stronger financial position. I've done this through the years for multiple people. Some end up, unfortunately, back in the same situation, but others take it and run. They had a 650 credit, and 6-7 years later, when I'm talking to them, they're 800 credit, never touched a credit card again. We're able to make it work because it's about cash flow. That's what it's mostly about. Keeping cash flow, making sure you have breathing room, and making sure if you have and you're stuck in a bad situation, you could find your way out of it. So there's always an option. Sometimes it is with the house equity, sometimes it's not, but you have to look at all of these factors and figure out what makes the most sense. So as much as I never want anyone to touch their low interest rate, you have to look at the math and what makes the most sense. Because having a low interest rate and tons of equity in your house to having monthly struggles and bills piling up, there's got to be a different way. And let the math decide. If it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But start taking a more structured approach to this if you're in this situation, because you might find out you're better off having made the move and done it sooner than later.